Good evening, race fans, and welcome to PSGL's F11 round 2 of the season tonight. My name is Webbo, and I'll be your commentator for this evening. And I'm really looking forward to the second race in our season. The first one was a belter, so let's hope for more of the same tonight. So far, our drivers are just assembling. I think we are expecting a grid of 19 or 20 drivers tonight. A few more than last week, so all the better, and welcome if you're joining us on stream. I may well be on my own tonight, so I'd absolutely welcome any action spotters, any questions, discussion points. So that would be pretty awesome if you want to contribute on the YouTube stream. Welcome Real Madrid for joining us first and making the first comment. Hi to you, and hi to everybody else who's tuning in. As I said, we're heading, of course, to the famous Circuit de Port-Ricard in the south of France, and we can't wait to get going. Just bear with us while we finish assembling our drivers, and apologies for the silence at the start of the stream. I couldn't see that it was actually happening in all my devices I had trying to work it, but I. Very happy to say we are on, and we're good to go very, very shortly. Hi to Senna, hi to Matthias, Kyril, Lars. Good to have you all with us on stream. Tell me, who are you predicting for the race win, for a strong result tonight? Who are you watching out for? I'll talk you through what happened last week very shortly. And like I say, all the cars almost all ready, and we're starting to ready up already, so that's fantastic stuff. So we'll be started before you know it. Okay, so last week then, last week on round 1, and of course the result from last week will be very much the same as the championship picture. I know FaZe Max had a terrific first race with a win and with a pole position. Sorry, a win in our fastest lap. We had Huberto Mancini came second in the Mercedes, and Salad was third on the grid for the first of the Red Bulls, with his teammate just behind him in fourth. I know we've got a huge amount of Franco fans that tuned in last week. I hope you're all back, and I'm sure I'll see those Argentinian flags filling up the chat as before. Ryan's here. Ryan's supporting Jimmy Allen. Matthias for Vettel. Vettel be hoping for a little bit smoother throttle delivery this year. This week, I'm sure. Jody Mater has showed very strongly last week, finishing 6th place in the Williams after circulating pretty high up at different points. And then we have Raven in 7th for the AlphaTauri team. Vettel did bring the car home in 8th place. So, as you well expect, we are looking forward to this one. A lot of DNFs and a few DNSs last week, so hopefully we're going to have a much fuller field as we head to France. And oh dear me, it's drizzling with rain at the moment at the start of our qualifying session, so that's a bit of a shame. Fun fact about this track, not so fun for our drivers tonight, but fun fact is that Paul Ricard drainage was designed deliberately to keep the track wet for as long as possible, to enable cars to do wet weather driving and for as long as they possibly could. It looks like FaZe Max is heading out the pits already, so he's keen to get going. He's got a setup in mind. He's going out on softs though. This could be a smart tactical decision because of course the track will only get wetter as long as that rain continues to fall. But it's going to be a risky old job going out there on these soft tyres straight away. And like I say, looking forward to seeing what the drivers can do. Tyre warm-up's going to be really, really difficult on the way through here. So let's see how they do as FaZe Max goes through Virage du Camp and heading up into the Mistral Straight, trying to pick his braking point for the Chicane du Nord in the middle of the Mistral. several cars out on track already. So we'll do FaZe Max the honour of a victory run, and we'll check in with him for his first lap. Doesn't appear to be struggling too much with grip, and there's not a great deal of spray out there, so this really could well be a tactical masterstroke. He gives up a place there to the Alpine, maybe hoping for a little bit of a tow down some of these straights. Just getting the car all warmed up and ready to go. We'll join him very soon. On board. Here we go then. A lap of Paul Ricard on board with last week's winner, FaZe Max. Looking out for the S de la Verrerie. Nice curb entry. Very close to invalidating that. And very late braking, skipping right over those inside curbs. He's very confident with his track positioning, and I think, yeah, really looking forward to this this run down the Mistral with a tow from Jamie 2905 in front of him. You'll forgive me if I abbreviate some of our drivers' names. Let's see if they object, but when they have lots of letters at the start of their names, it's difficult for me to pronounce them all when we have to speak as quickly as we possibly can at times when there's loads of action going on. So heading into Sanya, had to maybe have a tiny little wiggle through there. I think the grip is definitely not optimal. You can just feel that little correction through Sanya, which is normally very straightforward for our drivers. This is Virage de Bendor through here. I'll be looking for the pit entry turn, which is de la Tour. And finally, Dupont is the final corner. So he's caught Jamie through this lap. So should be able to get a small tow to the line. And our first competitive time from FaZe Max. Of course, provisional pole, 1:35.1. These times, of course, will be miles away from the finish, from the true pace of our drivers. We've got Panda finishing a lap, FaZe Max's teammate here. Just easing the car into Dupont and away to the line. How does this compare for the other Aston Martin? This is P4 for Panda. Joni Mater's gone second, with Wobo in third, Vapor Shadow in fifth. A driver I know fairly well as Oosterveer, BMW Oosterveer. NRO has gone sixth, and Oosterveer, a 45.2, I think, just feeling his way around the circuit. Jimmy Allen then goes to cross the line, and immediately P4 at 35.6. You can already see just how tight the performance levels are in our F11. There goes Panda turning it round, just getting his way into the pits. I think the grip is deteriorating as we watch the cars driving along now. It's definitely affecting the drivers. Let's see if we can find someone finishing a lap. There goes Vettel, turn around. One of those traction moments we talked about, unfortunately for him, as we see Raven backing the car in. The track is really, really getting bad now. I wonder if our drivers collectively might take a decision to put one lap in and then quit out, because it doesn't appear to be getting any better. Reinmar, please, welcome to the chat, and please, if you want to take part, do try and find a link to the Discord, and from there you will find all the eligibility criteria, easy for me to say, and the procedure for potentially joining our races midway through the season. But obviously right now you might be able to get in as a reserve, but we do have full grids up and down the order. Who have we got finishing a lap right now? Florian goes P9, so that's great to see. Great to see from Florian. The McLarens wedded together at the moment. Vettel's should be recovering, might be trying to go around again. This is really going to pay dividends for the drivers who just left a margin, maybe just went round at 85–90% effort on this first lap, didn't go full send, because really it's so easy to get it wrong with these grip levels, and it looks on the, certainly from my seat at least, it looks like the grip is getting worse and worse. Fairly light coloured skies. Raven's going in. Ubito Mancini is pitting and putting on intermediate tyres, so that's an interesting move. Liam 1-3 out there on the Ferrari. He's going for another one because he's got P3, so good time from Liam. And yeah, Lightning joins us. Hey to Lightning, great to have you here, my friend. And he's well up for it tonight. So good to have virtual racing on these awful, painful summer breaks during the real life F1. It certainly keeps my hand in and helps me to enjoy racing. I missed F1 cars so much when we have an off weekend, especially when 3 in the trot. It's physical pain, isn't it? But here's Salad then. Salad on a lap right now. Florian, look at that. Provisional pole on his second lap on the soft tyres. 35.0 for Florian. It's very interesting to get a time in at this stage, and bravo to him, because as we mentioned, it looks like grip is dropping off. But very good showing for the McLaren team, with provisional pole at this stage. Let me know, of course, if you can, whether we've got a dry race or a wet to dry. That'd be great to see. Jibuk, one of the very active members of PSGL. Jibuk goes pole at 134.1, tremendously faster. So maybe I'm wrong, and maybe the grip is actually improving. Let me know if you can. Salad said he almost died at the fast right-hander. So Sanya, I imagine that's catching drivers out. And Salad for the line then, doesn't post a time this time out. He's obviously just starting his quick lap. So we've got several drivers out there on out laps, and we'll see if they can. I think that might have been a reset to garage there from Salad. Or I clicked the R1 or R2 or L2 by mistake and changed driver. But anyway, what's Jamie up to from the back of the grid right now? It's just on an outlap. Huberto has invalidated, unfortunately. Panda's just put in a time, improved a little bit, as Vapor Shadow in the Williams heads out of the final corner. Dupont for the line then for Vapor Shadow, and he begins his first his next attacking lap here. We've got we have got competitive times already coming in. This is a very, very tight division, as they all are in PSGL, with a 14 or 15 potential PlayStation divisions. It's incredibly popular, and when you get everybody's evaluation information all together, you can manage to get 20 drivers very close on pace. Vapor Shadow just easing the car in, a little bit of oversteer on the way in. You see he lost the rear slightly, but he did have a purple first sector. We've got yellow flags flashing up every now and then, as usual. Ferrari just getting out of Vapor Shadow's way. What's his grip like through here? It's good. He just goes in faith through the exit of Sanya as the McLaren is cutting across in front of him, going to Bose, and the car is wiggling around, but this is looking pretty good from Vapor Shadow at this stage. Let's see when he gives us his next indication. We're going through now Virage de la Tour, and then finally through Dupont. You can see the time markings on the track already. So Vapor Shadow, foot down to the floor, and a 135.1 gets him good enough for 5th place right now. I think Joni Mater, Vapor Shadow's teammate, is out there but invalidated. What about Wobo? A good time for the first attempt. Jimmy Allen, look, Jimmy Allen in P2 goes 34.7, and G-Book, despite his expletives in the Discord chat, has actually got the pole position at this stage. Wobo is just getting himself warmed up nicely here. Panda then in the Aston Martin, hoping to get a little bit closer to the top. A purple middle for Panda. What's the grip like round here? It's looking okay for him right now. And we get down. I don't know if anyone's going to be able to string together 3 purple sectors. It might be just about setup in each individual sector and what your overall time comes out to, because the impact of setup round here is super strong. Away we go then with Panda for the line. You can hear him short shifting and crosses the line with a 35.0, so gets 2 or 3 places higher. Nice result. Vapor Shadow slightly over his sector time. Then what's he going to get as he crosses the line? Vapor Shadow from 7th up to 5th, a 2/10 improvement. So people are managing to get in faster laps right now out of nowhere. So Jimmy Allen's in the pits. Let me find someone on a hot lap. It looks like Liam13 is about to start one. How about Vettel? Look, Vettel pulling the car in here to Bendor. And can confirm with Lightning that it is not too weird saying Wobo. I definitely distinguish between Wobo and my name Wobo. Vettel then for the line. Good enough for P11 and just off his teammate's time. 1/10, well, not even 10th. Barely slower than his teammate. So Ferrari, as we saw in 2021's season so far in France, the Ferrari not performing particularly well. Who else then is out there and attacking? I think Jibuk might be back out. He is. He's under his time, 3/10 under his time. Fantastic stuff. Lots of hate for the weather conditions going on in the chat. Would it be boring if it was just dry, wouldn't it? He says in jest, because of course it was nothing like boring in Bahrain last race. If you haven't seen that race yet, stick it on your list to enjoy, because it was a cracker last week, and I'm hoping for more of the same. But it was really, really entertaining stuff. We really enjoyed ourselves last week. Chibuk then getting down through here. He's heading towards Bendor now. Furiously difficult corner to get right. You enter at a speed, you're braking, turning, you're looking for a blind apex, and then just getting the car down to the correct speed for DuPont and away again. Very, very challenging this Paul Ricard circuit. And Jibuk gets a new pole position, a better time of a 33.6, and he's walking this one at the moment. He's got loads of grip and doing. I have nothing but admiration for our drivers here tonight, going around in the rain on soft tyres, doing amazingly, really, really well. Florian is on a lap. We saw him post a good time to start with. People really hating the grip or weather. And Florian, mistake into Sanya. We've seen that from another driver already, and in fact, while we watch him correcting, another driver in the Red Bull goes wrong. I wonder if the grip is finally running out for our drivers. Phase Max then, I'm expecting more from him, and he's nearly 2/10 faster in his next attempt. Gets the car into the Nord chicane and away. Huberto, I definitely want to see you in the race, please. A purple middle sector for Phase Max. See what his grip is like. Yeah, just feeling his way around. Wow, what a catch. Fantastic from Phase Max. The rest of the lap should feel a little bit easier than that, but wow, grip really difficult around here. You can see even our race winner last week is struggling. Huberto, I hope you come back for the race, because there's always something to play for, and we would be a poorer race without you in it. Phase Max then, having got some good times together and a frightening moment in Sanya. Phase Max for the line, straight up to the front of the front row of 34.4. Phase Max provisional P2. We are having so many yellow flags, I can't actually see how long we've got left in the session. 52 seconds in the session. So let's see what everyone's got left. It looks like Jimmy Allen on a lap. Oh wow, really struggling then. He's got a purple first sector, but that will not have helped him through Ducamp and into Saint-Baume. Looking for his braking point for the North Chicane. Jimmy Allen wanting to get himself back on that front row. Currently we have Mercedes, Aston Martin, Alfa Romeo, Williams, Alfa Tauri, Williams, Ferrari. In the top 7. Jimmy Allen then is well under his time. He's 2.5 tenths under, and he needs to improve by just about 3.5 tenths in order to get back on the front row. Bringing the car into Bendor. A little bit wide on exit. That will hurt his acceleration through this section. He'll recover as he gets down here into De La Tour. Short shifts on the way out of Dupont. Sprints to the line then. And Jimmy Allen does get back onto the front row. So a P2 for Jimmy Allen. What's Phase Max doing? He's invalidated, won't go any faster, but Vapor Shadow is still on a lap. And he's invalidated. My apologies. I think we might just have a couple of drivers heading on. Salad is struggling there, but Jan Raven has got a purple sector to finish this session off. Slowly getting round Dubose and now into Bendor. Could be our last competitive lap here from Jan Raven. So nice wide entry to Dupont. Heading away, we've got a little bit of lens flare. I wonder from the driver's eye view whether that's affecting their view. But P13 for Jan Raven. That might well be every lap we've got left. I don't see Salad finishing because he was off track just a moment ago. So it looks like that is our grid for our 50% race around Circuit de Port-Ricard, and it's queued up for a fantastic race. Lots of difference in our teammates and how they've managed to fare through here. Not much in the way of change. Closest teammates that I can see, the two Williams cars 4th and 6th, the McLarens 8th and 10th, the Red Bulls are in 14th and 17th position. But let's see what weather we are facing ourselves with. Let me know if you've had the weather forecast. I'd love to see it and share it with our stream, but otherwise we'll be heading into here with just a complete mystery. Salad is just sitting still by the barrier, wants to avoid getting himself disqualified by just sitting there, but he will need to quit out, or we'll have to wait the full 22 seconds remaining before we can go. Yeah, I think Vettel's just calling him out as well in the Discord chat. A couple of cars still circulating, but it will be a void into the unknown for the drivers if we do have dry track, and I wonder what tyre decision they'll make. Did they enjoy those soft tyres? Do they think it's faster than putting on inters? Some team chat going on, team support, encouraging each other, which is great to see. Really, really good. we've somehow got Schumacher and Yuki Tsunoda, not to be confused with our Tsunoda reserve driver in the league. Let's see if we can get our drivers finishing off. Looks like everyone's under AI conditions at the moment. There we go. We've finally reorganised ourselves. Jimmy Allen says he got the corner wrong. The Samboam, the corner just before the Mistral Straight. But here's your order then. Pole position goes to Jibuk in the Mercedes, a 33.6, meaningless in terms of our end pace, of course, in race or quali conditions because of that grip difference. Jimmy Allen in second place in the Alfa Romeo, followed by FaZe Max in third. We've got Joni Mater in fourth, Wobo from Belgium in the Haas in fifth place, then Shadow, Liam, Florian, Panda, Enro, Jamie, Vettel, Jam Raven, Ustavia, Matti, Huberto Mancini, Toss My Salad, and in 18th place, Sarge will start at the back. So we have our Alfa Romeos in second place and 18th place tonight. Unfortunately,